Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. I am not even pissed tonight. I knew our season was over last week, and this just confirmed everything that I said last time. This game was over as soon as Minshew ended up coming in. If you still have any belief that that dude can run this offense, you have lost your damn mind. That bum ended up getting sack fumbled for a touchdown, and then proceeded to throw 3 timely interceptions that completely fucked this team. I feel like Nate Hobbs when he was sitting on the sidelines after he almost had a pick six, just staring out at the offense like, hell yeah, we're finally going to do it, just to watch us completely shit the bed once again. I am so sick and tired of that motherfucker trying to run this offense. And I granted, this isn't AP's fault. AOC ended up breaking his thumb, so he's going to be out a few weeks. So the next few weeks are going to be definite losses because Minshew cannot do a damn thing. And anybody that thinks that that man is better than AOC in any facet of football is crazy. It makes zero sense to me that anyone would put him above AOC. And AOC isn't all that great to begin with. So I just sat there watching this game, trying to figure out how can we salvage this season. And I'm not talking about we're going to start getting wins and we're going to end up making the playoffs. I'm just talking about making any kind of change to where we can start building momentum going into the offseason so we might have a chance at a rebuild that might actually work or at least give us a little bit of fucking hope. And to be honest, I'm at a loss. I really am. I do not know what we can do. You can try to go out there and make a trade to get somebody like Justin Fields who got benched for Russell Wilson who looks like absolute shit tonight. But I really don't think the Steelers are going to end up coming off of him because I can tell you from what I've seen in the first half of this other game, they're going to end up switching back to Fields. And I sure as fuck don't want Russell Wilson's bum ass coming in here. He's nothing but a Minshew 2.0. Just a washed up dude trying to make a bag. And that is what the Raiders are known for doing. Keeping the coaching staff and the front office and the ownership completely out of this. Just looking at the players that we do have, how do we fix this shit? Obviously, you need a quarterback. If we draft one, you're going to look at a year or two of a rookie quarterback trying to learn a new system. If it's Getsy's system, that kid's fucked right off the rip, and so you're going to end up being screwed for maybe 3 to 4 years until you get Getsy's ass out of here. But I don't even know if that dude will end up making it through the season because somebody's going to end up having to take the axe, and we can only pray that it's him. So we either make a move for a quarterback before the trade deadline, or we end up going out there and drafting a kid and just hoping that that shit works out and he ends up being a Jalen Daniels or somebody like Stroud who can really make an immediate impact on this offense. Then you move into the running back game. I don't know what the hell is going on with Zamir White, but that kid is starting to fucking kill me. Madison has looked great. I knew that kid was going to end up coming on strong. I knew he was fighting for a starting spot. He ended up winning it for us. But we need to have somebody that can spell him. And as of right now, Zamir White is not that dude. I don't know if it's injuries, but he didn't even look that good before he got injured. Now we need a new quarterback. We need a new running back. The offensive line, I don't even want to get started on. They have looked like shit the entire season. And I don't know if it's the scheme because they honestly looked pretty good last year or towards the end of last year. But starting this season, they have looked like absolute trash. And if you're talking about reworking your entire offensive line, you're talking about every bit of money that we have to restock that shit. And I know everyone's talking about, oh, Ritter's going to go into the offseason with $108 million. If you're talking about rebuilding your offensive line, there goes half of your fucking money right there. Offensive linemen are expensive as shit, and they're expensive for a reason, because they are a huge difference in a game. Then you jump into the tight end room. Brock Bowers has looked completely awesome. Harrison Bryant has looked pretty damn good over the past couple weeks. I still don't know what's going on with Michael Mayer, but I really hope that kid just has some personal stuff going on and he is still wanting to be on this squad. Because if you look at it right now, if you have Bowers, you have Mayer, and you have Harrison Bryant, your tight end room is looking solid as shit. And I really want to keep those 3 on this roster, especially since that's the only people that we throw to right now. As it stands right now, the tight end room is the strongest spot that we have on this offense. It's one less thing that we have to spend money on this offseason, and it's one of the things that we can continue to build on to build momentum to get us through the rest of this damn year. And then the wide receivers, I know a lot of dudes love DJ Turner. A lot of guys love Trey Tucker. Jacoby Myers didn't even hit the fucking stat line today, and that's the price you pay when a guy like that becomes your number 1 wide receiver. He gets their number 1 corner. He gets safety help over the top. It completely takes a dude like that out of the game. Then if you're 2 and 3 are DJ Turner and Trey Tucker, they're not making an impact, man. Those dudes should be returning kicks, returning punts, maybe coming in as your slot every now and again. They'd have no business being your number 2. So now I'm sitting back watching this game trying to figure out how the hell can we salvage anything from this season. We need a new quarterback. We need a new running back. We need to shuffle this offensive line and try to get a unit. We have decent tight tight ends, but our wide receiver room is completely gone to shit. And a lot of that has to do with the quarterback play, but I'm telling you right now, even if you had some stud quarterback come in, a dude like Trey Tucker and DJ Turner are not going to make that cut. Jacoby Myers cannot be your number one wide receiver and expect to make an impact in a game. All that's going to feed back to your running game, and people are going to start teeing off on that shit. If you don't believe me, just watch the past fucking 7 weeks of football. It's everything that's been happening to us. On the defensive side, I really feel like we have a good defense still on this roster, but everybody's beat the shit. So many of our starters on the defensive side of the ball are either hurt or on IR that it is tearing this defense apart. And then the ones that are out there starting and having to deal with this bullshit week in and week out, you can see it on their faces, man. They're done. They have fucking given up because they know no matter what they do, the offense isn't going to be able to capitalize on it and help us put that shit in the house. I'm really just torn. I really just want your guys' opinions on this because I don't know what the next step is. Do we end up trying to go out and make something happen before this trade deadline? Bringing in a couple pieces that can at least give us a little bit of momentum? Or do we just sit back and then just save our draft picks and save our money and go into the next offseason and go into the draft and try to completely rebuild this shit? Either way, next season's going to be a little bit rough, but at least we might have a little bit of potential. But if we start making moves right now and bringing people in and seeing if we can get the ball rolling, and then we bring in a few extra pieces through the offseason and then through the draft, then maybe next season we could start off with a little bit of fucking hope. I guess my question to y'all is, what pieces do we bring in now that could actually make a difference for us? I don't want to go out there and blow a bunch of money on the defensive side of the ball, knowing that the majority of the difference makers that we have on defense are literally just sitting on the bench or sitting on IR right now. I want to see that money go towards the offensive side of the ball, but at the same time, I don't want to blow any money on somebody that we're not going to end up even bringing into next year. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm sick of sitting here bitching. I'm sick of sitting here shitting on this team that I love so much. I just want to be able to do something to where we can actually start to make some kind of impact and have some kind of growth moving forward. It just seems like to me that we have so many gaping holes right now that I don't even know where the fuck to start. It sucks when you reach a point to where you're not even pissed, you're more or less just sad. But yet that's where we sit right now, because I'm telling you, the front office is not going to change. The coaching staff is not going to change, with the exception of maybe the offensive coordinator. And even with that, it seems like they're giving them some leeway. Fucking AP was sitting there laughing with the refs in the final minutes of this game, and I felt disrespected as shit by that. But maybe your comments can make me happy and give me a little bit of fucking hope. What would you guys do if you were in complete control of this team? As it sits right now, you got like a week or two before the trade deadline. What would you end up pulling off to salvage the momentum of this team? Who would you bring in right now before the trade deadline to try to make an impact and give us all a little bit of hope and put a smile on our fucking faces? Hit me up and let me know your thoughts, because right now I am fucking done. I'll catch y'all, nation.